Heather and Amy, thank you for your time. Welcome to Hablo Talks. I think we'll get going by maybe learning a bit more about you, about your travel industry journeys, a bit about your destination. So Heather, what was your journey to this point in being in London on this day? How did you get to be here?
Oh my goodness. Well, I actually just very young, I was very fortunate to, I was a cheerleader and got to travel a lot for All Americans. I got to started traveling by myself young, and there was just sort of this feeling, kind of empowerment type feeling when you can actually navigate your way through an airport by yourself or to different cities. And one of my cheerleading coaches was the vice president then of the Wichita, Kansas Convention and Visitors Bureau. And so when I graduated college, I went to work for him and started doing tourism sales for them and traveling and getting out and promoting my destination, and have been fortunate enough to move around. And I was in Mobile, Alabama for a while, and now Grapevine, Texas, which I love very, very much. Yeah, just as it's continued, I mean, I've promoted Grapevine domestically as well as all around the world. And it's an amazing feeling to be able to get out and discover different places and be able to promote your destination.
Yeah, and tell us a bit about Grapevine. I mean, I've certainly not heard of it. So,
yeah.
Where is it in Texas,
Yes.
and why do we have to go?
Oh, absolutely. Well, first of all, Grapevine, so we got our name Grapevine because we are the oldest settlement in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And when the first settlers came there, they found the land covered with grapevines. So it has the name Grapevine. We're actually located right between Dallas and Fort Worth, and we're the home of Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. So if you've ever flown through, if you've taken one of the direct flights into DFW, you've actually been to Grapevine and didn't even realize it. So it's a great, charming town. We have a wonderful historic district that's full of local shops or boutiques, bistros and cafes, galleries, all sorts of different artisans doing their crafts. Winery tasting rooms, of course. We have to have a lot of wineries around there. And so all sorts of great historic attractions. So it's a wonderful place to be.
Fantastic. And Amy, yourself, how did you get to be sat here today with us?
So I'm the director of sales for Visit Lubbock out in West Texas. We're about a 5-hour drive west of Grapevine. I went to Texas A&M University, and I have a degree in Recreation, Park, and Tourism Sciences. I got into that degree plan when I learned I was not going to be a dentist, that was not the path meant for me. So while I was in school, my parents moved to Lubbock, and I had to do an internship, so I went up and did my internship up there, and after I graduated, they offered me a job, and I've been there now. It'll be 20 years in April that I've been there. So
20 years.
Yes, it's a wonderful city. I love it out there. So,
yeah, amazing. Yeah. That's fantastic. Yeah. And so you guys obviously travel a lot together in, as the Texas partners and things. Is there, a particular travel experience that you thought was the best experience you've had while you've been out, traveling, maybe on work, but maybe personally as well? Something that's really, you traveled somewhere and you thought, wow, this is amazing.
One of my favorite personal trips was for my 10th wedding anniversary. My husband and I actually went to Boston, and we're big fans of the Houston Texans football team, and so we went up there and spent several days, and they were playing the New England Patriots on Monday Night Football. Okay. And so we did that, and then one of my favorite work experiences happened here in London. We were over at one of the IMM marketing shows, media shows, and it was Commonwealth Day, and so the whole royal family showed up. So they paused the meeting so we could go to the windows and watch them arrive.
That's
so
amazing.
That was pretty fun. I could get to tell people I saw the Queen. So.
Not many people can say that. I mean, honestly.
It was pretty fun. Kind of a neat experience. So, yeah.
And what about yourself?
For me, I honestly have just found that there's something special about every single destination you go to. It's amazing to be able to visit cities, such as London and Berlin and Shanghai or different places like that, because they're just so unique and different. But at the same time, occasionally you get an opportunity to go to some of these small towns or these places where honestly, I probably would have never gone on my own. But then you get there and realize, well, they've got some really unique things as well, and it's actually very beautiful. So every city has something that's kind of unique. So it's just a great opportunity to get out.
And I guess because we've been in the industry a long time, all of us, so what do you think makes it, the best industry to work in?
I love that I have friends all over the world. When I travel pretty much anywhere, there's always someone that I can look up and go, hey, I'm going to be in this city. What are you doing? It's just neat to be able to, and then with social media, to see on my birthday, I'm getting birthday wishes from everywhere. I mean, it's fun to be able to have all those relationships. We're just one huge family.
Echo what Heather said. It is fun. We know people all over the world now from doing this, and I I just like getting to share about my city. I love where I'm from. It's a great place. And so getting to tell people about it, well, and knowing that I'm having a direct impact back on my community by bringing visitors to our city.
People that are traveling are helping those smaller cities as well in the local economies.
I think there's people in every city that say, oh, why would you want to go there? Like, I'm sure there's even people here in London that say, oh, why would you want to visit London? It's just, and so getting to even tell our locals, this is why people come. This is, why do you go to London? Well, because we have Buddy Holly. The British love Buddy Holly, so we're going to go talk about him. So,
no, absolutely. It feels good when the locals recognize what you do for them and that they are, appreciative of everything that you do. So that feels really good too.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for your time today and Hablo Talks. Enjoy the rest of your time in London. Safe travels home, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
very much.
Thank you.